Alright, big chick, can you explain what we're doing here? What are we doing here? Alright, we're getting ready to replace the hub on this 2001 Pontiac Aztek. Got jacked up, got the lug nuts removed or loosened up here. I'm going to put it on a jack stand and go through the steps on how to take this off. This is a 34mm bolt down here that we're going to use to impact that off there after I spray down with a little bit of PV blaster and everything. So get this taken off here and take these brakes off and show you how this is done. Alright, I got the caliper bolts off here right now. A couple 14mm and some 15mm to take this bracket off here, and that'll let me take my rotor off, and then I'll spray this down with some penetrating oil and use my 34 and an impact and take that off. Alright, now that I got this turned this way, I went ahead and removed the bolt from the back of here, which is a 13, holding the hub bearing on, and then there's another one down here, and I'm going to turn the wheel all the way to the left and get the one on the other side as well, and then I'll hit this with the 34 in the socket and get that thing off there and get that loose and put the new one on there. Yeah, this one here is pretty bad. This one right here was grinding really bad, and it's never been replaced, obviously, so yeah. It's kind of making a little bit of a pull to the right as well, I think, from where it's kind of dragging a little bit. So, alright, next step, get this thing taken off here and start putting the new one on. Alright, now this is how I know that the wheel bearing is bad. As you spin it, you can hear it. Yep. I'll show you what a good one sounds like. We removed the 3 bolts from back there, took the 34mm bolt that goes on through here, and just what you do, what I always do. Now, some people may say, don't do it like that, but it always works for me. Just thread the nut in to where it's flush with the end. See how that's flush? If it's flush on there, then you can pound on it, you know, put like a piece of block between it and hit it with a hammer, or kind of smack it with a hammer a few times. A few good taps should get this thing slid that way and taken off. As you can see, everything's dismantled right there. I didn't even have to remove the tie rod link or ball joint or nothing like that. It's a pretty straightforward job. And here's the new one. Now spin this one here around and listen to it. Nothing. You don't hear anything, which is exactly what you want to hear. Now the other one made all that scratching and everything. What the heck are these dogs doing?
And you can buy one of those from a junkyard too. You don't have to buy a brand new one.
Buy a brand new one. You can get them online for about $60.
You got a lighter?
Probably.
I know you do.
Yep. Here is the bearing while it's on here now. I've got the 3 bolts that go through it on there. Got the bracket hooked up for the ABS clip, so it won't rub against the hash shaft while it's turning. Went ahead and got this torqued down good. Next thing I'm going to do is put on the rotor, put on the backing plate for the caliper, and then put on the caliper. So, alright, I just got the second one done. It's all back together. All we got to do is just bolt on the caliper, you know, put in the brake shoes, and you know, you may have to compress the caliper a little bit to get the brake shoes back on there, slide them back on there, bolt either the 12 or the 14s that are on the back there. They made 2 different types on these Azteks. But then bolt everything back in place. Make sure you put the rotor on before you put the backing plate on for the caliper, because otherwise you're going to take it back off in order to slide that rotor back on there, which we made that mistake. Either way, it's all back together on both of them now. I'm going to take this one for the test drive. The other one worked just fine. I'll go back here and let you see exactly what was going on with this one. One of them, I broke off the like the sleeve. You can kind of see how this one here has kind of got a sleeve or on that side, and this one here does not. Both of them make noise when you turn them around. So anyway, if you got any questions, let me know. It's a pretty straightforward job. You can do it in about an hour. So good luck with the project. I know we're having fun getting these cars done.